Welcome and welcome back to the Bummy Podcast again. The testing didn't work. You can't hear my voice. I don't know if it doesn't work. If this one doesn't work, excuse me, it's over. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice. We're gonna have to go back to Zoom. Because the whole reason why I went on here is thinking that it's going to work. If it's not going to work, I mean, technically, the screen recording audio is what's not working. So I don't know. Like, I can see the audio on Google Meets, it's working. But for some reason, the audio, when I stopped the recording and played the video, no audio. It was like, Godzilla was giving Godzilla. So, anyways, if you know me, don't know me. Obviously, you don't know me. Look at where I am. Does this look like any place you've been? No. um, don't comment. Don't. Oh my God. Don't share. Like, comment. I don't care, but don't share. Last time it was don't like. Now it's don't comment. What is wrong with me? Anyways, I think this is enough testing because if it's not working, we're not making a video today. I watched the video. I tested it. It's crazy. I watched the video and yeah, it is working. The audio is working. I just have to switch the microphone, but I'm not as loud. I don't know why. I'm not as loud. But yeah, what's new? What's poppin'? What's crack-a-lackin'? The background, although I love it, it's not real. Surprise. Or is it? How do I say goodbye? How do you turn it off? Brother? Ooh! Google Meets. Google Meets. You are spoiling me. Oh, this is nice. It's focusing on me. I'm a professional. Wow, is this how people have been recording? I thought they were using like fancy equipment. If Google Meets would let me record, this would be perfect. But really, the screenshot is okay. What? This is professional. This is giving Nikki Glamour story time. I don't know why. Blurry background and it's focusing on me. I like it. I love it. I know I look naked. I'm not. I'm wearing clothes, but I rather you not look at what I'm looking like underwear. I see London. I see France. Anyways, so welcome and welcome back to the Bummy Podcast. Look, I look so professional. This is so crazy. We're not gonna talk too long. I might record maybe Sunday. I'm not gonna tell you what today is, but today is the day that the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad. All right. We're just gonna talk about things. I'm not really prepared. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I have a list, and I can use my phone. I can use my phone, so thankfully I can, Google when I need to Google. Hopefully nobody comes. Hopefully nobody comes home. Now I don't know if the audio was bad because my maybe the mic is on the side. I don't know, but I'm gonna do it like that. But also I can hear if somebody comes. Yeah. So on my list, what could we talk about? Okay, tipping. The tipping culture in the America is crazy to me because it has gotten out of hand. In my opinion, I feel like it has gotten out of hand because why do I need to tip you? At this point, they're gonna put on self checkout, but why do I need to tip you if I'm just picking up an order, like food order, because the tip is technically not going to the what are they called? The tipping is not going to the cooks. Tipping was usually, as far as I remember, reserved for servers. Like they serve, so you tip them. You know what I mean? But the fact that like not everybody and their mother wants to be tipped is crazy to me. Like, what did you do for me to tip you? It's crazy. I'm telling you, next step is self checkout. Self checkout is gonna be like, can you tip us? I did it. I'm the cashier. Who do I look like giving you a tip? What? The audacity. So I feel like that's crazy. And ironically, I actually saw a video and I took a screenshot of it. Obviously I'll put it over here. I'll put it over here because I'm professional now. Well, I've been always putting screenshots, but like the blurry background really makes it look super professional. Super professional. But I saw this TikTok, okay? And the meal was 17, to be exact, the meal was 17.28. The restaurant, is it a restaurant? I don't know what it is. A bar. Is the bar? Well, let's just say restaurant. I don't know. The restaurant tipped themselves $1,101.77. You got me messed up. You got me messed up. For a $17 meal, you are tipping yourself. I don't even know if they got food. It might just be drinks if it's saying like, yeah, it's just drinks. For a $17 total, you're tipping yourself 1K? You getting a band? You need to be banned. You need to be banned. You need to be fired and banned from the country. Get out. What? 1,000? I saw that. I said, "Woo! It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. It could not be me." Because if I'm spending $17, best believe I don't have 1K. I probably got, because I be pushing it sometimes. And like, let's say I got $18 and I see the total. I'm like, ooh, I'm pushing it. And then you taking 1K? Oh no. That's evil. Ooh, you're evil. Why would you do that? 1K tip? 1K tip? Jesus better come down and make my drink for me to pay you $1,000 for a tip. Bruh, this drink better send me to Jesus. And I don't mean by dying, like Enoch style. Walk to Jesus. What do you mean? $1,000 as a tip. I saw that. I said, what? People have no shame because mine would have been declined $1,000. My bank would have been like, are you mad? You're spending money you don't have. Negative. Because why would you do that? How would you, first of all, how would you even know that people have that kind of money in their account? Because I know damn well I don't. $1,000 tip is the wildest thing I've ever heard. Of course that would happen. Are you shocked? No. But the screen recording lets me pause. Give me a second. Okay. That was rude. Now I have to charge it while it's and the funny thing is I haven't even been using it for it to die like that. That's Lucifer. Lucifer is just mad that I'm talking smack about his people because I know damn well no child of God is over here taking $1,000 from people. 1,000. You are evil. That is so evil. But yeah, I said, the way my card would have declined, the way my card would have declined. I'm suing you for past, present, future. What do you mean $1,000 tip? What? What? That's crazy. No shame. No shame. You feel me? So yeah, when I saw that, I was like, but yeah, the tipping in America is crazy. Because when I was in Paris, not gonna lie, caca doo doo everywhere. But side note, there was caca doo doo everywhere. But the one thing that I appreciated is that they were not expecting you to tip them. Matter of fact, they don't have a to-go box. Side note, I think that was weird. But they did not care about the tipping. And when you do decide to tip, especially the one restaurant we went to, the our favorite restaurant, honestly, since we were there for like a week, but anyways, you can watch. I don't know if I did a story time. I think I probably did a story time, but even if I didn't, I'm sure it's I talked about Paris somewhere. Regardless, I'm not gonna mention too much about it, but the tipping was great. Cause the restaurant that we went to like more than once, they're so nice. They were literally they say something 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 mercy, and then I think they were clapping. I might be tripping, I don't know. But I actually like that they didn't expect you to tip them because they're getting paid, you know what I mean? Like I feel like in America the waitress, again, understandable why the waitress would want to tip because some of you are cock-a-doodle customers, but I would understand why they would want a tip. But the fact that like now everybody and their mother wants a tip, excuse me, it's like built in to their system or something. I'm telling you, the cash register one is going to start soon. But 1K tip, I got a tip for you. you gon' you gonna get a tip for sure, worth 1K too. KO. That's crazy, bro. I'm gonna find the number to Mike Tyson just so he can give you that KO. Cause ain't no way you're taking 1K from me. What? That's crazy. Anyways, the tipping I think is wild. It's getting out of hand. I feel like, and there was also people that was talking like the Uber drivers and stuff, that pick up food orders. They were like saying they're not gonna pick it up if they're not gonna get a tip on the thing. Mind you, some people tip in person. You're missing out on your blessing because you're what is even the word for it? Impatient. I know the word in Amharic, but you wouldn't understand. I feel like you're just hungry for money. Like, that's just sick. Seek help. That's the job. It's not my fault that Uber is taking more than half. I don't know how much they're taking, but clearly they're not paying you what they're charging me. They're charging me an arm and a leg, and then you want me to tip on top of that? Like, excuse me? You're getting the tip after I get the food. That's what, and that's if I can afford it. Talking about Uber, I will never, ever again take Tesla. This was my second time, and the only reason I did because I didn't want to be late for work. I was gonna cancel it when I saw that it was a Tesla. I said, "Oh, today is just gonna be a rant." It seems like another one. But why the window going down while the door is being opened? Like I pressed the button to try and go in the car, and the window is also coming down. I don't like that. And even leaving, there is a literal, I literally can't. There is a button for the window in the inside. Okay, I'm inside now, right? Why the hell is the button for the door also putting the window down? Why would I drive a car like that? I don't even drive, but if I was even if you gave me a free Tesla, I'm not driving that thing. That's so stupid to me. Like, how are you thinking you're innovative and you cannot even work properly? Why is the window going down? I don't get it. I literally am. So you're telling me, is that not dangerous? Like, if I'm a thief and I just press your car door to put the window down to take your money, to put a pew pew in front of you to be like I'm robbing the car. That is so stupid. Who thought that was a great idea? Elon, you dumb. I'm sorry. That's probably why one of my Twitter accounts was banned. I probably said something like that, and he was like, "Really? Banned for community guidelines." I didn't even break nothing. You just mad that I'm speaking facts, cause that is stupid. It's stupid, and I'm not gonna lie to you. If we're being honest, I feel like having a having a electric car is going to lead to anybody hacking your car and shutting that down. You feel me? They're gonna shut it down, hack it, shut it down, and that's it for you. That's it for you. Why would I love the old cars. Whenever I see them pass, if I get the chance, I'm gonna take a picture. If I see a car, old car, the normal cars, now every car is the same. You can't even look at a car and be like, oh, that's what that car is, because they all look the same. It's the same company making it. I promise you, and just adding random logos. Because why are you all the same? Why you wanna be the same? I literally hate having the same things as other people, to the point that if I have the same thing and I see somebody else, I'm like, ugh, I'm not wearing this at all until like later when everybody's not wearing it anymore. I no. I was getting Timberlands. I got a black Timberlands because I was like everybody and their mother got Timberlands. I don't the shoe is nice. The shoe is nice, but I do not want to be uniforming with everybody. Why do you want to matchy matchy? I don't get it. Like, I love the olden cars. If I was to drive, I would definitely get an old car. Like, and I don't mean like old and crusty, used, rusty. I'm not talking dusty, musty. I'm just saying, why am I rhyming? It's the glow. It's making me professional. No, I literally, if I were to get a car, which would never happen, just this is hypothetical as hell. But if I were to get a car, I would get the old ones, the fancy shamancy. I like the old ones. They're just like they're unique. They're nice. Why would you wanna get the same? And just looking at that big potato scratched up Tesla, the new trucks, ugh, it literally makes me want to throw up. I literally look at it, I'm like, ugh. Them and FedEx, every time I see that car, just makes me like, ew, throw up emoji. Why would you? FedEx is another reason, but why would you buy that? Why would you buy that? I feel like some people just buy cars just to buy cars. And some people were saying like, "Oh, the inside is not." I don't care. I don't care. I'm not buying something just because the inside is nice. I have to like inside and outside. What's the point of liking the inside if the outside is trash? I hate neon colored cars too. If we're talking about what I hate neon colored cars. One time, side note, there was Uber. I think it was like a neon red, or no, it wasn't red. It has to be yellow. It has to have been it was a yellow. It was probably yellow or green. I went in that car and I was like this. I said, I don't need nobody to know I'm in this ugly, ugly. Why? Why would you go into a dealership and pick the sun? Like, maybe it's just 'cause I just don't like people looking at me, but I was like, ew, this is the ugliest. If I could have consent, I would have consent. And I feel like that's bad on your account on Uber because the more you cancel, the more likely they're not gonna give you like cars. I did get a Range Rover one time. I said, who's that? Beep 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 beep. My ass. At 3 in the morning. Who is this? It's Jake. First name I literally. It better not be. Anyways, yeah, not a fan. But I hate that Uber does that. Where like when you cancel, they be charging you. Why? I'm canceling for a reason. I have a great reason actually. I'm not driving with these people. I don't want to get in a car with these people. If I get in an Uber, I like hi, hello, that's it. If you want to play music, play music. If you want to put the window down, put the window down. I don't care. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Why are we having a conversation? I don't know you. I'm not trying to meet new people. I'm trying to get to work or to school at that point, but still, it was too much, in my opinion. I'm not a people person, as you can tell. I can talk for days here. I can sit here and talk for hours and hours. And I get tired and hot, but I don't get drained. Like the tired I feel, well, it's kind of similar, but I feel like I get more tired when I'm around people than when I am talking by myself here. But yeah, it's a no for me on the tipping. Even even T.I. would not approve this. You feel me? I say that because his name is Tip. You know what I mean? If you didn't get it. Anyways, so yeah, tipping. I feel like it's just an American thing, and it's just too much. You guys need Jesus. I don't know what when they started this whole like the customer is always right. Whoever started that, count your day. You probably dead. Let's be honest. But I feel like that's the stupidest saying ever. What do you mean that how would the customer be right? You don't work here. Why would that's why I don't want to do customer service jobs. And then the picking was slim, but hey, I'm back to where I'm working. I don't need to disclose that information. I don't need to tell you where I'm working, but I'm eh, I'm back. That's all you need to know. I'm getting checks. Not yet, but soon. It's coming. But yeah, tipping, not a fan. I feel like if you want to tip, you can tip, but to force somebody to tip is crazy to me. Like, no, no. That is tip is a gratuity, meaning don't know what the word gratuity means. I'm pretty sure it means voluntary. Gratuity. Stop. Gratuity refers to a tip, which is a voluntary payment of money given to service staff for their service or a financial benefit given to an employee upon retirement based on their length of service. While commonly used interchangeably with tip, gratuity can also describe an employee bonus. Okay, not what I thought of. But yeah, it says in there tip is voluntary. Why are you forcing me to tip you? Bellhops over here talking about you better be rubbing something in your fingers. I'm not giving you nothing. I am giving you something because I want to. And then like tipping is American thing. Bribes is other countries. Like you better bribe the hell out of the police if you want them to leave you alone. That's crazy to me. That's wild to me. You love money that much? It's crazy, bro. It's you're going to the hot place. That's where you're going with the love of money. That's crazy. Anyways, let's move on from money. Um, what age should kids get a phone? I got a phone the end of ninth grade. And I was very imaginative kid, so like when I was on the bus, I mean I had a Game Boy. Let me not act like I didn't have any technology. I had a Game Boy. I don't know if I brought it on the bus though. I had an MP3 player. You're seeing how old I am. The more I mention the technology, you're like, ugh. She's from the 1900s. I am. Yeah, I had an MP3 player, touchscreen though. It was a touchscreen MP3 player. I had the phones that my family didn't use anymore that were not in service to play games. I don't know if I took those to school though. Regardless, I do remember being on the bus and like obviously kids would be talking to each other or have their own phone, blah blah blah. I'll be looking out the window pretending like I'm running next to the bus and then I'll be doing obstacles. That's my imagination. Or I can look at like car logos, try to guess what the car is just by the logo. So yeah, I just be doing stuff like that to keep the time. But I feel like that's pretty good in the sense of like, touch grass, look outside. Like if you're, because right now when I get on the bus, even even now, well, let's not lie. There was a time where I used to be on my phone so much I did miss my stop. I was reading. I got too into it. But I feel like now it's like you get on the bus, you go anywhere really, and people are on their phones. The ones that are super careless, in my opinion, is the ones crossing the road with their phones. You gonna get hit. You trust these people? You trust these people and the light? Cause I've almost got run over multiple. And when I say multiple, probably two, three, I think three. I want to say three. That people just like try to drive, and it's my turn to cross. One literally crossed past me right in front of my face. I said, "Oh my god." Oh my goodness. It is my turn to go. Please. Why are you rushing? The other cars were honking, but that man was gone. Woman, man, I don't know what it was, but that car was gone. That car was nowhere to be seen. You hear me? And I survived. But yeah, in my opinion, phones should be given, I want to say middle school. The end of middle school or high school is fine. Um, the only reason I say the end of middle school is was there was like people asking me for my number, and I was like, I can give you my email address. I don't got a phone. I don't even think I gave them my email address. Let's be honest, I never said that. But I have an email address, so we can talk on it. I had Facebook, I had MySpace. Ooh, the more I talk, the more you're like, she's on the class. I am. I had Hotmail. Yeah, yeah. So like, if if they really wanted to, they could message me, but I don't think I ever told them like they could message me on social media. So yeah, they asked for my number. I thought I don't have one. Keep it pushing. But yeah, I didn't get it until the end of ninth grade. So anybody like I was close with or friends with, they were gonna have to find me on social media, which I don't think a lot of them did. So that was that. But the one thing that I've like thought about, I had a friend in that I met in elementary school, and the we went to sixth grade together because I went to another school in seventh and eighth. After sixth grade, I have not seen her. It's been years. Girl, where are you? I searched her name, first name, last name. Could not find her. Could not find her at all. And the funny thing is, my mom also cannot find her friend. So we share a sad story together. Yeah, I guess it's just go with God. I hope she's doing good, but definitely could not find her at all. I was like, that's odd. But yeah, shout out to my friend. And then like the funny thing is I'm friends with another friend on social media from elementary school, and I was telling my mom like, oh, because I was telling her like who I say happy birthday to, and I was telling her like she's on there, and then my mom was like, "You have somebody from elementary school." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I only say happy birthday to her. We don't talk. I literally well, I don't think she says happy, but I don't remember ever. Regardless, me, I don't do things for the reciprocal. I just do it just because. So if I remember your birthday, I'm gonna say happy birthday. If I don't, I'm not. If I don't have it saved on my phone, you're not getting a happy birthday from me. Like, how would I know when your birthday is? But if you post on, and if you if we're on, like if we're friends on social media or something, and then you post about your birthday, I'm gonna say happy birthday. But yeah, um, I feel like technology. I don't know. I feel like now everybody and their mother has a phone in elementary school. The friend that I said a happy birthday to now, she had a phone only because she walked from school to home, and from home to school they would walk her sometimes, but like that's why she had a phone. But nobody else really had a phone until later. I want to say middle school is when a lot of people had phones. And then obviously high school, everybody, including myself, had a phone at that time. So yeah, I would say phones would be for me, if I'm saying it, the end of middle school, and like just to get the contact information of your friends at the end of middle school, and then high school you would already have the phone. So that's what I would say, because high school you need a phone, like trust, you need a phone. But other than that, yeah, because high school is most likely where people be hanging out with their friends and stuff. There are some middle schoolers that be hanging out without parent supervision. I think that's crazy. Not. uh, You see that, right? It's my teeth. Shiny, my shiny teeth and me. My shiny teeth that sparkle. My teeth is not this white. They did something. I promise you, my teeth. They're not yellow, but they're not this white. But yeah, I would say the end of middle school, and then so on and so forth, you can have the phone. But yeah, some kids I feel like need to get their phone taken away. We need to bring back embarrassing people, because some people are too bold. Some people are too bold. But yeah, I feel like technology stuff like that should be later, because your iPod children, ooh, they gonna be blind kids on their screen, this like this their whole life basically. They were born with a phone in their hand. That's crazy. But yeah, definitely not. We need to bring back like abuse. I'm just kidding. Jokes. I've never been in it. Well, one time. But out of everybody, I did not. It wouldn't be considered abuse. But I feel like not abuse, but discipline should definitely be coming back. Because I feel like now people just let their kids do whatever, especially at events. Oh my God. Uh, it's crazy. Like, I have no words. I'm like, how did we go from one extreme to the other? It was the beating before, and now it's the not doing a single thing. It's like, why did you even have the child? And then later they're gonna be like, why did you call the police? My daughter, my son, they don't listen to me. And now it's the police problem. You birthed a problem that you cannot solve, and now we gotta solve it. No, it takes a village, but you can't force us to be your village. Because I feel like that's why there's so many Karens now, because they're not being taken care of before, and now it's out of hand. It's like when children are children, it's easier to tell them not to do certain things and not to have certain behaviors. But when they're older, you cannot correct a lot. It's just like how learning is easier for children, but the older you are, the harder it is for you to like be taught something. But hey, go off. The way it's going, the coming generation is gonna be dry. We're gonna be old and crusty looking at these kids like, ooh, ooh, mm-mm. Jesus, take me now. That's what we're gonna be doing. Hopefully, Jesus comes before we have to be old and crusty and see what's going to happen to these just children. But yeah, not a fan. I would say it's a no for me on that. But yeah, it's like don't go to the both extremes. Take care of your children, and then don't abuse them. There is a line, but you all crossed it. But it's crazy to me. talking about beatings. Actually, let's talk about the restaurant one. There was a video I saw. I can put the screenshot over here. I will. This mother was at a Burger King, I believe, and basically she wants a refund. In my opinion, you're supposed to give a refund to customers that are not satisfied. Now, if she ate the food, don't give her a refund. Obviously, that's crazy. But if she did not consume the food, you technically did not do the service, so you have to refund them. I don't know what was going on through these children because they are teenagers. They're not like adults. Well, they don't seem like adults. When I saw them, they looked like teenagers, but they were not giving her a refund. And she was like, I want my money. I want my money, right? She has two kids. One little one little one as in like maybe 5-year old, and then the other one people are saying was a 7-year old. So they're like in front of the mom. She's behind them, but she's like they're not directly in front. They're like basically to the side. So she's at the cash register and she's like, give me my money, give me my money. And then the lady proceeds, like, obviously she's saying she's not gonna give her money, right? So the mom like throws the food, not at the people, just throws the food because she's like, I need my money. She's getting agitated because they're not giving her money. And then the lady has this bright idea to get a cup of water, is what people are saying. I don't know what it was. Jesus can tell you. I don't know. But she gets this cup and she literally throws it at the kid. I'm like, what the hell did she? Even the kid turned around like, what I do? She turned to the camera like, I'm like, this is a poor girl. And I'm guessing that's the one they're saying she's 7. She literally turned around. She's like, what in the world? And then that's when everybody that was watching what was happening was like, hell no. Like, the first of all, what the kid do to you? Because there were some people in the comments saying, like, oh, well, she brought this on herself. The kid? What was the kid supposed to drag her mother out the store? What you mean? Who brought this on the First of all, if my mother is having an argument, an altercation with somebody, what would that have to do with me? Why am I being abused? This is child abuse. That's child abuse. And I'm glad it was just water, but some of y'all are crazy. Why are you? And then to make matters worse, I don't know how, but the mother goes around, opens the door, goes inside. She's now behind the counter. And she gave that girl a little pat pat in the face. I'm so sorry. I was not expecting the punch. I was like, oh my god. But valid, because why are you throwing stuff at my daughter? You're not giving me my money, right? From the mother's point of view, she's not getting a refund. No, the food was trash. She's not getting a refund. And now her daughter got got a drink thrown in her face. Oh, you're lucky she didn't drag you. You're lucky the mother didn't grab you by your hair and drag you like I was dragged last time by Lucifer because of the eczema. I wasn't literally dragged. But it's like you're lucky she didn't drag you and just, you know what I mean? Just drag her with her hair, just give her legs until somebody pulled her off. She literally just came, punched her twice and left. Oh my god! And the people were telling her to leave because obviously you know the cops are gonna be called, whatever. Call the cops. I wanted my money back, and people were like, "Oh, she did that. She antagonized them. She threw the food first. Give me my money. I don't care what I'm throwing." Oh, she also dropped after the drink was thrown in her child's face, she broke one of the screens for the cash register. She like went in and threw it. And people were mentioning like, why is there glass all over? Apparently this probably happens more than once. So I feel like the workers are trash, and people don't pay about their money, even if it is $7. Give the refund. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Burger King is not stingy. Although I have a story, I just remembered. I had Burger King gift card. I checked the gift card. It had like at least $10, $11. I checked on their website. It said 11, $10. I said, all right, let's go get like fries or something. We go to pay. I give them the gift card. They keep the gift card and say this gift card doesn't work. We'll just throw it away for you. And had me pay for the meal. You're lucky I had money then. But why? It was not even a lot of money in the gift card, but whatever. Anyways, they said it wasn't working, kept the gift card, blah blah blah. I'm not really a Burger King person. I'm more of a McDonald's French fries. I don't know what the hell is in. I think it's the salt. It's super addictive. But yeah, she really, she really went there and gave her a pop pop. I was like, God. First of all, I wouldn't be a customer service because of the customers. But if I was the employee, I'm giving you the refund. What that got? That's not coming out of my pocket. Like, she was being difficult for no reason, even if the customer was in the wrong. If somebody's asking for a refund, unless they ate the food, you still gotta give them a refund. Like, I feel like some people just want to be difficult for no reason, just to escalate things. Because she wouldn't have, look, she wouldn't have threw the food if the lady gave her a refund in the beginning. You know what I mean? In the beginning, she would have just left with the refund. But now you escalated it with not giving her a refund. She threw the food. Then you threw a drink in her daughter's face? Oh my goodness. People were saying she didn't do enough. Some people said it was her fault. I would say it's not her fault at all. I would say, regardless of how she reacted to get the refund, you should have just gave her the refund, because now you're escalating it for no reason. So I think that's crazy. But what I wanted to talk about was this guy. And I knew from the accent that he was Habasha. So if you didn't watch it, that's not my problem. I'll put the screenshot here if I have it. But this Habasha dad, right? His little kid, probably, I want to say his kid was probably like 5, 6 maximum. And the girl, oh no. No, 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 no. Stay. He was about to close on me. I'm not even recording on you. What the hell? Anyways, this is just rude. Anywho, I think after this I gotta go because it's 42 minutes I've been talking. My nose is starting to run. I gotta get. So, anyways, there was this Habashak guy, right? His kid, 5, whatever. Yeah, she's probably 12. I want to say the girl. She was bothering the kid, just whatever. Her other friends are there. And the dad, who, in my opinion, was kind enough to come up to her and say, hey, don't bother my son. This girl has the audacity to say, okay, Baba. Look at him like this. Okay, Baba. And pretend like nobody cares that you're here, and tries to look down at his son. She literally bent down to where his son was, and then he said, oh really, and slapped her back to reality, because I know you did not just disrespect me in front of me. and then disrespect my son in front of me. Nah, absolutely not. So he slapped her, and some people are like, "Oh, he shouldn't put hands on a kid. Like he should have went to go talk to her parents." Blah blah blah. And then her friends are over here talking about, "Call the police! Call the police! Call the police!" Matter of fact, I'ma slap all your friends collectively. The way Medea slapped them, her, what would they be? Her, they're not that close to her, but the kids, she slapped them all together like that, like a collective one slap for all of you. Cause what do you mean? Call the police. Call the police. At your big age, you thought it was okay to to make a little kid that is younger than you is giving David on Goliath. And then he became the giant. And he said, "You're about to tumble down." Because that's so crazy to me. But I feel like I knew that slap was coming because a foreigner is not about to let you disrespect them to their face and then you're gonna disrespect their kids in front of them. You're lucky he only slapped you once. And that slap, ooh, that slap. He really sent her back. I said, "Oh wow." that slap is going to come back. Every time she tries to sleep, she's going to feel the sensation of the slap and wake up and be like, "Why did I do that?" That's gonna forever. Because that slap was a slap I've never. Will Smith could not have slapped Chris Tucker harder than that. Oh my god, but yeah, that slap was a slap, and I feel like she deserved it. You deserve it. A lot of people said she deserved it. A lot of people said he shouldn't have. Whatever, I'll go to jail for my son. Because what makes you think? Because if look, this is the thing. At the end of the day, if you are not, if you are not teaching your kids to be respectful, either people or the law will show them the worst way possible. So you better fix that attitude. Okay, Baba. Oh, and then bent down to talk more smack to the kid. Oh no. Some people were saying he should have told his son to slap her because, like, it's a kid on kid. I don't care, bruh. Front hand back. We're gonna play front hand backhand. If you're gonna stand there and look at me, say okay, Baba, and then look down at my son. I think not. You're gonna be sent back a couple years into your mother's stomach because yeah, I don't know if he went to jail. I don't know what happened with that story, but that slap, wee, that slap. God, but she deserves it. 100% she deserves it. I feel like some of y'all are just letting your kids run wild and then be surprised. Like, I've seen so many police. I haven't watched in a while because I'm like, I need to stop. This is addicting. But I feel like some people forget that if you're not taking care, look at it, looks like horns, the lights on my hair. That's so funny. I feel like if you're not gonna take care of your kids and then you're gonna be shocked that you have to call the police to get them out of your own house. Like, I was like, wow. Imagine calling the police on your own child because you didn't raise them right. Like, let's. Some of them, though, you do raise them right, they're still trash. And then some parents are just trash. So the kids, by miracle, will turn out good. And sometimes they don't turn out good. But there's a lot of factors into it. In my opinion, though, some of y'all are not raising your children because, ooh, I'm like, what the hell? What the hell gave you the courage? And it's like her friends were hee ha haing when she said, "Okay, Baba." Oh, okay. Keep laughing. Keep laughing. You're about to feel something. It's not gonna be pretty. I'm sure it left a mark. I'm sure she's bruised on her face because the way he slapped her. Wow. She deserves it though. In my opinion, she deserves it. Stop doing that. Like, it's one thing to like, poke fun at your friends, talk smack with your friends, whatever. It's a back and forth, but it's like it's a little kid, and then you're trying to belittle him in front of his dad. Baby, you're lucky that's all you got. And then another thing, I said I need to go. It's about to be 50 minutes. Okay, one last thing, and then I'm gonna go. I saw a video on Twitter. I had to go on Twitter. It was from TikTok. They were talking about it, but I had to go on Twitter to see the actual video. So apparently, I think even this one, I had to go on Twitter to see the actual video or Instagram because I couldn't see it on TikTok. TikTok apparently is banning that, but they got bare booties on there, and I don't mean treasure. Anyways, priorities whack. But um, there was this lady and she had her husband with her. I think they're at a concert or something, they said. And five women jumped her. And her husband was defending her and was punching them girls off of her. And people are like, some people are saying like, well, why would he hit women? So he's supposed to stand there and watch them beat his wife. I feel like some people are mentally gone. Because what do you mean? Why is he doing that? I can't believe he hit a woman. I can't believe they thought it was okay to jump a lady with her husband there and not think he was gonna jump in. Are you dumb? So if you had a husband to all the people and then you were getting jumped, you want your husband to stand there and watch you get beat up? Huh? What? Are you those women? Do you remember that lady that was on Dr. Phil talking about if he doesn't hit you, he doesn't love you? Are you one of those women? Hmm? That you want your husband to watch you get beat up because you just love that weird mentality? That's what that is. Cause I thought he did great. Matter of fact, punch them again. Because and then people were over here trying to bring Chris Brown. Leave that man alone. Rihanna is over it. I be hearing too many noise. I need to go. Rihanna is over it. So y'all need to be over it. Anyways, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. Arrivederci. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Ciao. Bye. Toodaloo. Kwahiri and sayonara. And do not be a weirdo. Stay bummy. Adios.